Billy Rose was a low rider, Billy Rose was a night fighter. Billy Rose knew trouble like the sound of his own name. Busted on a drunken charge, driving someone else's car, the local midnight sheriff's claim to fame. In an Arizona jail, there is some who tell the tale how Billy fought the sergeant for some milk that he demanded. Knowing they'd remain the boss, knowing he would pay the cost, they saw he was severely reprimanded. In the blackest cell on A block, he hanged himself at dawn, with a note stuck to the bunkhead. Don't mess with me, just take me home. Come and lay, help us lay young Billy down. Luna was a Mexican, the law calls an alien for coming across the border with a baby and a wife. While the clothes upon his back were wet, still he thought that he could get some money and things to start a life. It hadn't been too very long when it seemed like everything went wrong. Didn't even have the time to find themselves a home.
Перебрасывали друг другу бутылку с гранатовым соком.
Потому что она очень тяжелая.
Да, только благодаря этому маневру мы добрались до дома Ворониных, в котором нас приняли с вот такими глазами. Что? Когда вы бронировали? Но тем не менее нас заселили в номер, который мы выбирали. Очень хороший, деревянный, красивый номер.
When his foreigner, brown-skinned male, thrown inside a Texas jail, left the wife and baby quite alone. He eased the pain inside him with a needle in his arm, but the dope just crucified him, and he died to no one's great alarm. Come and lay, help us lay poor Luna down, and we'll raise the prisons to the ground. Kilowatt was an aging con of 65 who stood a chance to stay alive and leave the joint and walk the streets again. As the time he was to leave drew near, he suffered all the joy and fear of leaving 35 years in the pen. Then on the day of his release, he was approached by the police, who took him to the warden, walking slowly by his side. The warden said, "You won't remain here, but it seems the state retainer claims another 10 years of your life." He stepped out in the Texas sunlight, and the cops all stood around. Oh, Kilowatt ran 50 yards, then threw himself down on the ground. They might as well just have laid that old man down. But we're gonna raise the prisons to the ground. Help us raise the prisons to the ground.
Write this down and don't forget that the best of times ain't happened yet. The Gilded Age has long been done, and so many lost when the West was won. Let's go to the field, we're gonna do some work. Spend our days digging in the dirt. We'll hope the rain follows the plow. And this piece of ground is a homestead now. This little piece of ground is a homestead now. Square meals and a living wage reminds me of the good old days before the manifest destiny of the factory farms, when those cutthroats came and burned down the barn. Underneath the black locust tree, there's a shady place that waits for me to rest my bones and rest my mind. I'm gonna rest right here when I die. Write this down and don't forget that the best of times ain't happened yet. The Gilded Age has long been done, and so many lost when the West was won.
Мы дошли до Балаклавы.
Let's go to the field, we're gonna do some work. That the best of times ain't happened yet.
It's midnight at a liquor store in Texas. Closing time, another day is done. When a boy walks in the door and points a pistol, he can't find a job, but Lord, he's found a gun. He pulls it off with no trace of confrontation. Then he lets the old man run out in the street, even though he knows they'll come with guns a-blazing. Already he can feel a great relief. Oh, how many travelers get weary, bearing both their burdens and their scars. Don't you think they'd love to start all over and fly like eagles out among the stars? He pictured the arrival of the cruisers that old familiar anger in their eyes. He knows that when they're shooting at this loser, they'll be aiming at the demons in their lives. Oh, how many travelers get weary, bearing both their burdens and their scars. Don't you think they'd love to start all over and fly like eagles out among the stars? The evening news carries all the details. He dies in every living room in town, and in his own a bottle is thrown in anger, and his father cries, "We'll never live this down." Oh, how many travelers get weary, bearing both their burdens and their scars. Don't you think they'd love to start all over and fly like eagles out among the stars? And fly like eagles out among the stars.
Tears are clouding up a sunny day, and I wish it'd turn up any other way, but I don't think that you'd care if I stepped out of your head and you'd find me anywhere. But here I wish it wasn't so. I'll say it again, I wish it wasn't so. But I don't think that you'd mind if I left this room behind, and I'd step outside to find some other place. I could wait, but I think that it's too late. So let's just call it fate from here.
Тут холодно, блин, где 20? Где 20, Андрей? Ты вернулся и сказал, что тут 20. Здесь плюс 5 и ветер ледяной. Алушта, короче говоря, мы приехали. Мы идем еще в Алуште на вокзал, чтобы доехать до Ялты. Мы побывали вчера на Демерджи. Это было офигенно. Мы сегодня плохо ходим из-за этого, потому что у нас болят всякие ноги, там мышцы, более особенно. Ну, в общем, нам очень понравилось, и мы едем в Ялту, чтобы покорить Ай-Петри. Вон, видите, вот ту вершину. Вот это, скорее всего, зубцы Ай-Петри. И мы завтра должны быть там. Либо пешком, либо на чем-нибудь. В общем, мы наконец-то на Ай-Петри. Мы только что продегустрировали кучу видов разного вина, как видно по моей дикции.
И чачу.
И купили чачу.
Не купили, мы вино купили.
Купили вино, черный полковник. Какой полковник?
Черный.
Теперь мы ищем путь на вершину, и мы его найдем.
Ты в носочке. Тебе носочки не нужны?
У нас очень классная погода. А еще мы, как дураки, заблудились в городе, не можем найти вокзал. Уже 3-й день живем здесь. Даже с GPS не можем. Ну, мы движемся к морю. Знаешь, я думаю, видео об этом походе надо начать с вот этого кадра.
from here.